Dude, this is Bali. You come into a beach club and you get a CNC press plastic to make. Oh, this is all made out of plastic. This is a great job, man.
Thank you, Ma.
Yeah. This is Bali. Everyone talks about it, but nobody tells you about the part where you can find a beach club that turns plastic bottles into furniture, or an entire five-star hotel that is built around a temple, or how clean the streets are, and everything has a sense of belonging in Bali. This is day 2 in Seminyak. Welcome to the vlog, Justin and Miriam.
Okay. Good morning. Back at it again and another adventure. All right. So yesterday we did visit all of the beach clubs. We Coup d'etat, Potato Head, Zavaya. We did all 3 of those in one day, but not like it was just more like an adventure. We went to Coup d'etat, and Coup d'etat was more of a, what do you would say, a family-friendly oriented beach club where there was a lot more kids and stuff like that. But it wasn't like, it was a decent club, but it just wasn't like our vibe. It wasn't like party vibe.
So no vlogging Rick today, just the camera, the iPhone. Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Getting out of the hotel, we just hopped in a golf cart to the main entrance, which was quite easy. And then from the hotel entrance, Alila, to Coup d'etat was about a 10-minute walk. Walking along the street was quite amazing. When we were going through and discovering Bali, we did like some Google Streets map walkthrough to see what the streets are like. However, on Google Map, the representation of walking the streets in like Google Maps Street View versus walking it in a right now, dude, it's a total different experience. It's not of course it's a different experience, but I mean, it looks way better than what Google Maps has, and I think that is because this place is developing so fast that Google Maps data hasn't really caught up to it yet. But it's far significantly better what you will see on Google Maps. In the Philippines, it's exactly accurate what you see in Google Maps. As we arrived to Coup d'etat is one of the OG beach club in Seminyak, has the infinity pool right on the beach, and lots of families everywhere. We were not expecting it. The drinks was actually reasonable. The sushi was amazing. We did enjoy a lot of time there. But there was something else that I figured out on my second day here.
If you have kids and you're gonna travel and you have someone, have your kids in the environment, some of these, what I noticed, lots of these foreigners that travel with their kids and stuff, when they get here, I don't know if there's a service provided by the hotel, but they got their own nannies and stuff like that to take care of the kids. They can go swimming. So you can be on the beach club having a good time, but your kids are well taken care of, which I find very interesting. And as a future parent, that is something that, all right, that gives a little bit of a bright side to this whole kids ownership thing.
We decided to book our reservation well in advance for Coup d'etat, and it came with a credit of 1.7 million IDR, which was not bad. By the time you finish enjoying a couple drinks and some sushi, your credit was up. After that, it allowed you to venture around the area. There was like little food stands, Indonesian food, Indonesian arts and craft, but it was also like jewelry, clothing, and even a coffee shop in here, and of course another bar on the interior where we walked around, ventured around a little bit, and that was it for Coup d'etat for us. Wasn't really our vibe or what we were looking for. We were looking for more of a hype scene. The DJs and everything was on set, but it was very mellow music, very family oriented. So after we finished with Coup d'etat, we decided to just hop in a cab and head over to Potato Head to check that out. We did reserve a bed at Coup d'etat. We went into Coup d'etat, but the problem is for families. They had a lot of kids and stuff at the pool. However,
Which is awesome.
which is great if you have kids and you want a good place to chill, hang out, and have a bottle of champagne and chill like most of the family there were doing. That's the place to be, but music wasn't too loud. There's no shisha available at that time. Yes, at 2 p.m. We just had sushi for like lunch, and now we're heading to Potato Head. And Potato Head, as you can see, as I'm walking in right now, the line is through the door to get in.
You want to talk about lobby on? Yeah.
Yeah. Wherever the entrance is for Potato. Where's the beach club?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lobby there.
Okay, thank you. So we're here at Potato Head. Let's see what it's like. After a few minutes in the line, which was very quick, I noticed something a bit weird with the security. As they were going through the bags, they were removing all of the plastic bottles, and I wondered why. Miriam had a tannin lotion in a plastic bottle, and they asked her what it was, and when she said it was a tannin lotion, they let her through with it. But it was just kind of weird. Why are you removing all of the plastic bottle? Then I got to see why.
So while we were entering, it was kind of weird that I find that they said no plastic bottle allowed. Okay, all right, I get it, dude. They're taking your plastic bottle that they picked up, and there's CNC press in it, CNC router. That CNC presses plastic, and then it processes it through this entire machine over here. The plastic being shred down, like to a shred, waste management, into these little whatever it is, and then CNC pressed over there for jewelry, so you could get a bracelet out of that press. I mean, for an engineer nerd, this is so. By the way, we're going to beach club. Look, you can get a chair that is completely made out of CNC pressed plastic. Great job for the environment. Miriam picked it up, by the way. Yeah, this is all CNC pressed. This entire set is CNC pressed. It's made out of all made out of water bottles.
Because this is the workshop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're making everything out of the CNC pressed plastic?
Yes.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. So,
All plastic. Dude, this is Bali. You come into a beach club and you get a CNC pressed plastic to make. That's crazy. Oh, this is all made out of plastic. This is a great job, man.
thank you.
Yeah.
It's good. Thank you. Have a good day.
As we continue to make our way into the entrance of Potato Head, we noticed these walls that were made out of flip-flops. So these were all trash, I guess, that they found around the area that they color coordinated and made these beautiful artistic wall with them, which I find very interesting and amazing.
We didn't realize that Potato Head was so close to where Alila was. But when we got into Potato Head, because we didn't book it in advance, it was a lot pricier. For example, to get a table or a day bed was around 5 million IDR because we didn't book in advance. And they only had like the prime spots or location left. That was really expensive. So which was also not bad in hindsight to think of it. Sort of, if you were like a group of like 4 or 5 people and walked into like Potato Head and try to get a table, 5 million IDR is quite doable. But for me and Miriam, 5 million IDR, and the breaking point was Potato Head does not have shisha. So, breaking point, not even worth spending the money, in my opinion. It was a beautiful, beautiful club, beautiful beach club. It was wonderful, big pool, and an infinity pool into the ocean, and then you can access the ocean from there. So, I got out of Potato Head, and then I punched in it, and it says, all right, 10 minutes cab ride. But then on the map, I zoomed out and I zoomed back in. I was like, wait, does it just say Alila right here? And it did, but... Okay, so Potato Head was good. It's really nice, really, really vibey beach club. But the comical thing is, we took a cab from... I don't know if you're going to hear me, but we're underwater right now. But we took a cab from Kudeta to Potato Head to go to... and it felt like forever. It took forever to get there. But then we realized that Potato Head didn't have shisha. So we were like, oh man, we got to go back to our hotel. So I tried to Google it. Where is our hotel? Pulled it up on the map and it says it's 10 minutes away. But we got to walk all the way around. But then I looked at the map and it was like next door. That's Alila. That's my hotel. And that's Potato Head. On the beach, 1 minute walk. Nice. Everything is faster on the beach. Easy. We just walked down over to Alila, and we got back to our hotel. And what do you know? Like by the end of the day, the pool bar, the beach bar area picked up. It was very vibey. They have light singers. They had DJs, and we had a great sunset view right up in front. We got to enjoy shisha and swim and do everything you'll do at a beach club. It was pretty good. I was quite impressed for quite a last minute surprise to finish our day. It was just perfect. Anyways, this hotel, this is our last day here. Property, this property. There is this temple that is in the middle of it, and apparently this has been here before this property was even built. And they kept it the way it is. And sitting here or standing here, and you see all of the employees go in and out of the temple all day. So which I find very, very interesting and unique
that they kept the temple where it is, but they built a hotel around it. So it's pretty cool. Later that evening, we decided to head out to Savaya, which is in Uluwatu, inside the Alila Villas Hotel. This is the property to Alila Seminyak. It was a great experience, and for me, Savaya was a big deal because all of the top DJs that I enjoy played at Savaya, and that night that we were going there happened that Gordo was performing, and Gordo was hot off the press on the new Drake album, so I had to enjoy this moment, and man, it was a blast. So if you don't know much about Savaya, Savaya is the #1 club / beach club in Asia and #5 beach club / nightclub in the world. And it truly lives up to this experience. If you're in Bali and you're looking for a good time, Savaya is definitely a must. With that, we ended our night, head back to our hotel, 45 minutes back to Alila Seminyak, and it was a good time. That's how we end our evening, and that was day 2 in Bali.